Hello everyone! So I am back today with another album share and tutorial. It's all going to be in this one video. And this is very similar to the Graphic 45 Floral Shop album folio that I recently did a tutorial on. That one was 6x6, this one is 7x7. So it's pretty much the same concept. It's made basically the same way, but slightly different. Okay, so this is the album here, okay? And I did do a belly band to keep it shut because I just love this paper so much that I wanted to keep that showcased, okay? So I have paper on the front and the back and on the sides. And there is the little belly band that I did, okay? So this is kind of like a an album folio hybrid, I guess, if you will. So as you can see when you open it, the album has three main panels, 1, 2, and 3. So when you open it, the back side of this one and the front side of this one, they're kind of decorated like scrapbook pages. There are no interactive elements. Picture can get adhered to this. It tucks behind the rabbit. Same thing here, it tucks behind the duck. Excuse me. And yeah, so those are those two spreads. And then you open this one and you've got your album section right here and then the rest of the folio, okay? So page 1, I wanted to showcase the paper, so I left that plain, okay? And then page 2, oops. Okay, page 2. All right, and then this is page 3, so this is a pocket. You can slide anything down in there. And then this opens up like that. It's held shut by this. Okay, sorry, I had to get some water. Okay, and then that swings up, and then you have, oops, you have all of that, okay? So that's page 3. Page 4, I also kept plain because I really love that paper. And page 5, this is page 5 here. It has a little flap here, which I cut into I cut a section out so you can kind of see the opening to that pocket. Put a bunch of tags in there. On the front side of this flap, I adhered a picture window made out of cardstock and clear plastic, like crafter's plastic, okay? So a photo can go in there. And then when that's open, you have all of this as well, okay? And then on the next page, same as page 2, except it opens up on the sides instead of on the top and bottom. Okay, and then here's page 7. This is a belly band, and whatever you put down there will get held, won't fall out because of this. Excuse me. And then this is the main spread of page 7. Oh, I'm getting over a really bad cold, and it just doesn't want to go away. And this is page 8, okay? So a pocket with some tags. And then the center spread of the album, a lot of goodies in here, okay? So of course it's held down by this magnet, okay? Look at that pretty paper. And then you can do whatever you wanted with these. You could put lots and lots of photos, all kinds of goodies. And then here, pictures on all of these or whatever you wanted. I did leave most of them with white cardstock. And then a little pocket here, okay? And then on the very last panel, oops. This is also a pocket of sorts. It's pretty thick. It's got accordion closures on the sides, okay? And this is held down by a magnet. And I have all of these in there. Okay. So that is the album. So the pages get shut. The pages go over to the right first, and then the right panel shuts, and then the left panel shuts, and that is your album. And there is the Oh, I will tie those back up at some point. There's the belly band. So I'm gonna go straight into the tutorial. If you've seen my tutorials before, I typically do a lot of pictures. So there's still images in the tutorial with written direction. I do record some when there's like something I need to convey more clearly, but mostly it's by way of pictures because I have my kids with me 24/7, 365. Even during the school year, they're privately homeschooled. So very little quiet time in this house. Very, very little quiet time. My nephew is looking at me with a big smirk on his face because he knows how loud it is here. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's pretty easy to follow. And yeah, have a great time. And thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so for attaching our pages, I'm using Kathy Orta's Hidden Hinge Plus or Hidden Hinge 2 system, which I'm not allowed to teach. I don't want to violate her patent. So if you are familiar with her system, fantastic. This is the size that I cut my cardstock. Each of my page hinges, which are sections 1 through 4, are of an inch, and each of my gussets, which are sections 5, are 3/8 of an inch. I've got 4 pages, and therefore I have 3 gussets. First score, last score. So if you're familiar with her system, this will make sense to you. Go ahead and run with it. If you're not familiar with her system, I have I've linked her video below. Go ahead and watch it. I promise that it is doable, even if you've never done it before or you're a beginner. She is fantastic at teaching and explaining. So go to her video, watch her system once or twice, get a handle for it, and once you've done that, come back here and this will make sense, okay? So then you can go ahead and put together your hinge, and then we will move on from that point. Okay, I just want to make sure that I explain this correctly. So with your piece, you want there to be a valley in the center, not a mountain. Okay, so see how the center is a mountain? You want to position like this, okay? And then go ahead and apply your glue to one of your ends. Okay, and then you are simply going to take that and glue it to the very edge of this piece, like so. I'm lining it up with the top. Of course, right now it looks like the bottom because I have it folded down, okay? I'm lining it up with the top and the left edge, okay? So then, once that's good and burnished, you'll do the same thing to this piece, and then you'll apply glue here and fold it down. So let's just do this one as well. Okay, so you've got a valley in the center, not a mountain, okay? Apply glue, we'll just do it on this side here. Okay, and then you're simply gonna flip it over, line it up with your bottom right edge, okay? Just like so. And then, like I said, you'll just apply glue to the tops. I would do it at the same time so that you get your pocket, whatever, envelope adhere down evenly. Okay, so glue, flip. Make sure that when you flip this back to adhere it, that this 1/4 inch, I believe it was a 1/4 inch, is standing straight up. So make sure you don't pull it flat like that. Make sure it's standing straight up. Okay? Okay, so this is a walkthrough of what we have, our finished, our built book. So this is pretty much as far as we're going to go. I'm going to show you what every page should look like, so you can refer to this if you need to as you're building it. And then I'll kind of tell you how I decorated. So this, of course, is the front cover. I'm sorry, this is the front cover. And on my book, I actually left that plain, and I just designed a little belly band to go over the book, okay? So you can do that however you want to, okay? So all I needed to do was cover this with paper, and cover my spines with paper, okay? Am I in frame here? Yes. So that is how I did that, okay? And then when you open your front cover, you've got these 2 spreads here. And those, I didn't do any interactive elements. I simply made them look like, you know, like scrapbook pages. Okay? So no flips, flaps, or anything like that. No pockets, waterfalls, nothing like that. So I just made them little, you know, scrapbook pages that match each other. Okay? And then you have your album pages. Your 4 album pages, okay? So this one is completely plain in my book. You can decorate it however you want. I'll just kind of make sure I'm in frame here. Okay. So yes, this one I just wanted to showcase the paper, okay? Okay, and then for this page, to close those up, all I did was I took like a decorative punch here, and I punched out my cardstock, okay? I scored this in half lengthwise, so basically once it's folded in half, like so, all I did was I just adhered that half down, okay, right there. Cut a second one, scored it in half, folded it, and glued that half down right there, okay? And then I cut one of these out in decorative paper, cut that piece in half lengthwise, and just glued the decorative paper on top, okay? And then I used little brads with a, you know, punch little circles to secure ribbon, or I should say twine. Okay, so you can use whatever you want to close that. You could even take a big piece of embellishment and have it magnet down right here in the center. Okay, so page 3, that is supposed to go like that. Okay, so page 3, this is how I decorated. Pretty simple, okay? So this is just held down by a brad that swings around to hold this closed. And then this is, this is a pocket here, okay? All right. Page 4, I left that plain. I wanted to showcase this paper. Page 5, so you have your flap here, and on the back is a pocket. So what I did for my page 5 is I also cut out a frame out of cardstock, out of the cardstock that I was using for the album, okay? And this is, what do we call it? Plastic. There's a name for it. You get it from Amazon. And I just glued half of that down to the front of that pocket, and a picture can get slid in there, okay? And I believe that it'll hold a 4x6 if I'm not mistaken, yes. Okay, and then when you swing this flap over that is on page 5, you got your pocket here exposed, okay? And then, so that's page 5. Okay, so page 5. And then page 6 is the same thing as page 2, except that they are horizontal and not vertical. And I did the exact same thing, okay? Page 7, pretty simple. I cut out another one of these things, cardstock and decorative paper, adhered them together, and then I have a little brad holding that down. It swings over. These two open. They will hold 4x4 photos if you would like to put photos on. Oh, and there's a little belly band here. I should have showed you that when we were building the album. So I have a little belly band here, and then I also put this down so that when I put items in my belly band, they can't fall out of my book when my book is upright. So they'll stick right down inside that, okay? Just like so. And then this big flap opens up, and you've got all of this real estate, okay? So that, I believe, what page are we on? Page 7. And then page 8. So this is just a simple pocket, okay? And then for our center cover, this is our main large flap that we adhered on first, okay? And then all I did was apply decorative paper to the fronts of each of these. Oh yeah. This holds it all down, okay? So I just adhered this down to my belly band, and it magnets to this, okay? So I just did decorative paper to the fronts of all 4 of these, all 8 of these, I should say. And then on the back sides of them, white cardstock to put photos. Oh no, I did decorative paper on the fronts and backs of these, okay? So there you have that. So that's our center covers. And then on the far right, this is a magnet, but it's not staying because all of the stuff I have inside kind of pushes it out of place. It stays quite nicely, sort of nicely when there's nothing in there. So for this one, I'm going to do something different. I haven't decided what, but use whatever you would like to you know, keep this closed. But there you go. That is how I decorated my album, okay? And then, of course, like I said, this is, excuse me. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm getting over a bad cold. So there you go. And then my little belly band. right, so I very much hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. My nephew is giving me a thumbs up in the background. Let me know if you have any questions, or comment below if you need any assistance. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. But yeah, enjoy your crafting, everybody.